When we buy into the idea that change is a linear process, we naturally want to manage change in a linear way. If we just get the strategy perfect at the beginning, create the best plan and documentation, and communicate it the right way, we can use Agile to do change at people faster. The problem with that approach is, once we get to the execution phase, we find our assumptions from the beginning were wrong. What would happen if we stopped thinking about change as being a step-by-step process, and towards it being a process that's more fluid and dynamic? There's a time for exploration and a time for action. We start by collecting insights to understand the constantly shifting current state in real time. Then we generate and prioritize options and decide what trade-offs we need to make. Then we create a hypothesis and measurements for all the experiments we want to run, and we make it all visible. After we've run our first set of experiments, now we have a decision to make. Should we pivot because a better path presented itself after our first set of experiments were done? Should we pursue because we're already on the right path? Or should we pause because we found a bunch of reasons why this change is just not a good idea right now? The faster we go through the Explore Act loop, the faster we learn, and the more likely we'll create the future we're looking for. The magic happens when we shift our perspective. Here's a quick example. With a linear approach, our first goal is to make sure we get the strategy right. We carve it in stone and we move on to the next phase. With a lean change approach, our first goal is to validate the strategy by running small experiments with the people affected by the change. That produces evidence that we're headed in the right direction. Explore Act, one of the many carefully crafted elements of change designed to help you bring your change approach out of the Stone Age and into the modern world. Find out more at leanchange.org.